Ay. Hi, I'm Ria Constantino. I usually post my original songs on this channel. Usually I would write songs that is, purely to inspire everyone. But if na ako na-inspire, I hope na. So I figured I should why not start with people with, who are blinded on their path and how they're going to make it into the design world. Not everyone are fortunate around these trying times, and not everyone have, access to basic design. Honestly, I received 2 messages asking for Arki-related advices. Well, 2 is better than 1, and so why not start a vlog about it? What a reference. So I read every comment on this post. I also received every friend requests from an army of incoming freshmen. It's just that I don't want to disappoint you guys. All I share are memes, and I don't share quotable quotes all the time. Yeah, I just want to be clear with what I meant with finished, not perfect. It's not an idea of, bahala na, gusto makapasa, no? Dili nga na ako pasabot. Wala akong may gihambal nga muna. It's just that whenever you think that way, always think about the 4 other advices, especially the last one. Always design for the comfort of the people with honesty. And yeah, also, I had years with mentors na criticizing my work, and kapag pumamali ako, as long as you don't throw my heart outside the window, I think we are good. So feel free to comment down below. You will educate a lot of people, a lot of future architects by speaking your mind and sharing your experiences. So let's jump right into the content of this video. Okay, so you're going to encounter a lot of definition about what design is, but DK Ching would summarize design, would define design rather. For him, it means, he stated that it's more of like a problem solving, considering the context of the site, of the location, or of the place. My mentor, Architect Jay Alamino, said before, this is not his exact words, ingon siya, always consider the site what it was before placing your project. Is it an ancestral domain, a cultural heritage site? Was it used to be the place where, other creatures would lay their eggs? Kasi that plate was located sa Samal Island, and as a planner, you will have to consider a lot of things, especially the lives of the people there. If their main source of income is primarily fishing, you have to address an area for them that will generate an income within their community. In the long run, you're going to encounter design objectives, and it should be coherent with your research questions, because designing is not really just adding a bling into your design, bling bling bling, and adding some pretty things. It's a puzzle that you have to fill in the gap. You look for solutions and you ask more questions. Yeah. Marcus Vitruvius' definition of architecture, he defined it with the 3 principles, no? The utilitas, firmitas, and venustas. He, as what can I recall, my History 1 mentor was Architect Juanito Benaventura. He said that architecture is knowing a little bit of everything, and in this case, you should get acquainted with subjects, architectural subjects that help you understand it better. So, first one is theory. For me, how I define theory is what we should apply into our design and why we apply them. The second one is history. It's like a series of events, but only that it has styles and concepts that are emerging from time to time. Building laws, it tackles about standards, appropriate dimensions for the user's comfortability within and outside the building. Professional practice, methods of compensation. You're going to know how an architect will be paid for his professional fees, the contracts, the bonds, the permit duration, the relationship among the architect, engineer, contractor, owner, the relationship there. Urban and site planning, it primarily talks about micro scale and macro scale programming. When you say programming of the site, it's basically studying the noise, the pedestrian circulation, and so on. For the building technology, you are going to study from site clearing up to the finishing. Sa gitna na po yung plumbing, yung electrical, and yung mechanical, and so on. Design controls, this primarily talks about minimum requirements for the user's comfort that you're going to apply. Restraints kung asan lang hanggang yung construction mo para hindi ma-compromise yung comfort ng mga users within the building. Also, nothing is more important, nothing is more professional than submitting on time. But don't submit a half-ass plate. Having a planner, it may sound corny for the first time. Other people will really make fun of you for trying to be organized, and I can assure you that it helps. Some people have weekly planner, some prefer the monthly planner. I myself prefer the monthly planner. That way, nakikita ko yung activities ko for the whole month. So, it's not just theory of the graphics subject. You are going to encounter minor subjects that are really demanding. Sometimes it overlaps the deadline. Sometimes you have chores to do that might affect your productivity as well. Like if you are living alone away from your family, you have to think about your laundry as well, your food as well. So using a planner might help you, surpass the day or surpass the month. When you take notes, I would recommend that you should try the enumeration way. Just get the title and then the subtitles, then ask yourself if you really remember the definition. If you don't, then you write everything. Maybe mind mapping works for you, or maybe descriptive manner works for you. If you want to be artsy, just go and get those colored pens, and if you have time, just go for that. And I just find that one convenient, you getting the title and then the subtitle and then reviewing it after. This is a visual dictionary of decaging. It's really helpful. It has a label. May mga label and my description for every details in our design. Of course, there is a Filipino architecture version of this. National Building Code, yung 21 rules. 7 and 8 are the most important. It is being used sa design natin. Yeah. The tools, you will need a T-square, a triangle, a pencil, a cutter, and eraser, and a triangular scale, or also masking tape. Okay, so frequently asked questions. Number 1, kailangan po ba marunong ako mag-drawing? Okay, so if you know how to create a line, everything else will follow. Perspective will be taught in school, 3D making in graphics class will be introduced. Believe me when I say that, my first elevation was 3D. Saan kayo nakakita ng 3D na elevation? By the way, the elevation looks like this. So everything else is flat or according to the contour, but everything else is, flat. The second one is, meron po bang math? Meron, actually. From calculus to trigonometry, maybe for the first to third year, depende sa school. Tapos, there will be physics, there will be moments, may mga loads, PSI, meron sis. Meron. Kala ko din. We will also solve the design controls. We will solve what is the appropriate amount of construction in a given site that will not, compromise the user's comfort. And the basic drawing requirements you're going to make in your early stage in architecture are floor plans, elevation, sections, perspective, presentation boards. Presentation boards are quite complex, no? To wrap things up, know that this is not going to be an easy peasy journey. I am not trying to scare the hell of you. I am sharing you the reality. Freshmen usually have rainbows and unicorns mentality, and I really appreciate that. Well, design concepts that are taken from an object literally, that know that you will have to present ideas all the time. new solutions every time. Every plan is unique, and in my case, I cried in the middle of it all. Secret long. But I really loved designing and planning for the people, and so I tried and I tried, and so I finished it. You should always come up with your own principle as well, and stop thinking about what's in it for me, and let your plans speak for yourself. Designing is like a great way. It's like an excellent communication skills. If you talk nonsense just to add a bling to the facade, just to add just to make it prettier without a function that's like adding a ball in a low-key manner, people will not hear you. They will not understand if you know, don't let the function speak for itself. Yeah, so that's it. So again, finish not perfect. Procrastinate productively, and do not compare your work with others, for what they define as best today may not be the same tomorrow. Design for the comfort of the people with honesty. Hope you learned a thing or two, and as always, keep safe.